Hey guys, I decided to do another tips video since everybody seemed to like my little trick for weaving in ends. So this video, I wanted to show you guys how I sew up the edges of my different sweaters and cardigans. I try not to include a lot of sewing in my patterns because I think it can be frustrating, but some of these you just can't get away with it without it. So I'm going to show you how I do this. I take my yarn and I create about 2 lengths of yarn from the top to the bottom to make sure I have enough. I'll cut that here. And then I'm going to thread my tapestry needle. So I'm ready to go. I'll set that aside for a second. So I'm going to separate these out and flip them so that these are the 2 sides I'm going to sew together. This is a variation of what I think is called the mattress stitch. But I guess it's my variation, so there's no good tutorials online, so I decided I'll just make my own. So what you're going to do is you're going to start on either side, it doesn't really matter, but you're going to try to keep it lined up as much as possible, and you're going to go inside underneath the back side and pull the yarn through, leaving a little bit of a tail, and then you're going to go in the back side on the other side. And that's the pattern that you're going to continue. And it can be difficult to see where you're placing it. I try to make sure that I get underneath at least 2 strands of yarn. Okay. I'm going to do a couple of these so you guys can see. This really helps create a seam that's fairly invisible. Now, once you get to about maybe 6 or 7 stitches, you're going to hold the end where you started and you're going to pull, oops, wrong one. There it is. You're going to pull that tight, and that's what creates that invisible seam here. So you really can't see that. So I'm going to go a little bit further, do a couple more so you guys can get a good idea of that. But yeah, this is super simple. It's quick. It's what I use for pretty much anything that I have to sew together. Go a couple more. All right, so now I'm going to pull tight again. There you go. And you can really see, I mean, there's really not a seam there. You can flip it right here, no seam. So super, super helpful. And if you make any of my cardigan patterns, this is what I use, and that way you're not going to be dealing with turning things inside, outside, to try to get rid of a seam. So I hope this helps, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Thank you.